This is Damilola, a 12-year-old secondary school student. One day, her roommate found her lying unconscious on the floor with a piece of paper in her hand and an empty bottle of sniper insecticide beside her. When her friend opened the piece of paper, she saw that Damilola had written the following words: "I have decided to end it all, so I can at least be free from him, my oppressor." On reading this, Damilola's friend called for help and she was rushed to the hospital, and luckily for them, Damilola was revived successfully. Now, it was obvious that Damilola was pushed into attempting to unalive herself, but despite the pressure from her family and the school authority, she refused to name the students who had pushed her into the attempt. So everyone moved on. Her parents had to change her school to help her heal from the trauma. But 10 years later, something very strange happened that changed Damilola's life for worse. Now, this lady here is Halima, Damilola's elder sister. Halima loves her family so much that she could do anything for them to be happy. It happened that Halima had been studying abroad for many years. So by now, she was done with her studies and informed her parents that she was coming back to Nigeria, but this time around with her fiancé. Everyone was excited about Halima's return, and of course, considering that she would be getting married soon to the love of her life. So on that fateful day when Halima returned, her family organized an indoor party for her and her fiancé. Halima was seated, her fiancé and her parents were also seated as they all enjoyed the party. But guess who was missing in the party? Damilola. So it happened that Damilola now works as a nurse in one of the big hospitals in town, and she was on a night shift a day before Halima's return, meaning she would be joining the party midway. Damilola was excited to go home after work so she could at least get to see her sister after over 10 years of staying apart. But when she stepped into the house, her mood changed the moment she set her eyes on Ayo, her sister's fiancé. She yelled at him and asked him to leave their house immediately. Everyone was confused with the new development, including Ayo, because for him, he has never in his life met or had anything to do with Damilola. But before we continue this story, let me give a shout out to Shopskins, one of the best plug for makeup and skincare products. You can hit them up on Instagram for quality and affordable skincare products. Now, back to the story. So everyone was trying to find out exactly what was Ayo's offense, which made Damilola to ask him to leave the house. Remember that Damilola never named the person who made her attempt to unalive herself 10 years ago. So it happened that Ayo attended the same college as Damilola and was the one pulling her to the extent that he told her that the only way for her to be free from him was if she was able to unalive herself. On hearing this, Damilola's dad was engulfed with anger. He walked Ayo out of his house and restricted Halima from seeing him further. Now, here's the challenge. Halima is already pregnant for Ayo and she is confused. She also believes that Ayo is a changed man. She claims that they both love each other so much that they cannot survive apart. She is contemplating between choosing Ayo and obeying her family. So what do you think Halima should do, or how do you think Halima can solve this problem? Please share with us in the comments.